KXRNLP Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach, KX 93.5.
This disclaimer is a statement notifying the listening audience that the opinions expressed on any public affairs show do not reflect those of KX 935, its management, or the board of directors.
I am a modern version of those that have existed in every culture. I am a guide. I take a small group of strangers on a journey of spiritual and personal growth with indigenous cultures in exotic places, only to introduce them to themselves. It can be terrifying to look at our fears, and sometimes even more so to look at our strengths. I take you out into the wild, into the unknown, for an inner journey.
Hi, this is Inner Journey, and I'm your host, Greg Friedman. Sex, relationships, dream interpretation, or personal growth. I help by taking the wisdom of indigenous elders and making it work for you here and now. I'm a modern version of that which has existed in every culture. A guide, a mentor, and a life coach. I've studied and done ceremony with Peruvian shaman, Aborigine elders, and elders from various Native American tribes, including the Yaqui, the Yakanabe, and the Lakota. The success of this show relies completely on you, the listener. Call in. Ask those questions that have been nagging at you. It only costs you the courage to ask. You can call in to talk to me, Greg, at 949 KXFM. That's 949-715-5936. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and what you guys are getting is absolutely wonderful because it is an oral experience, and you could feel the energy radiate off of these three ladies. Where can you earliest recognize your soul being plucked in the same way that you pluck a guitar string?
Yes, I was playing. I was raised listening to Mexican music, so I would listen to a lot of boleros. I did get to listen.
Wait, what's a bolero?
It's basically a ballad, a slow ballad music, played by trios in Mexico. Usually have a requinto guitarist playing the lead guitars or the melodies in the guitar, the rhythm. Mostly acoustic, that's right. Fadia's helping me out here. So we would listen to a lot of that, a lot of cumbia music as well, ranchera music, and a lot of traditional Mexican music as well when I was growing up.
And is there one thing that you gravitate towards more than another?
I gravitate more towards rock.
Towards rock?
I embrace, I love all styles of music, but I really love rock and punk because I can just really just let it go on stage when I'm rocking out.
So now, just let it go, girl.
Just let it go.
So are you talking about a Latin flavor to the rock and the punk, or are you talking more Americanized?
That's a good question. I actually like both, actually. I like rock en español, and I also like more of the European American bands as well. So, but I like both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and when you perform, do you generally perform the Latin flavor or with an American flavor? Okay,
well, when I perform for this EP, the solo EP, this is a different...
Wait, and the name of the EP is, and who's on it?
The name of my EP is Limonada de Rosas, and...
Slower for those of us who are gringos.
It's Limonada de Rosas, which is rose lemonade. Yes, and I chose that title because, to make rose lemonade, or limonada de rosas, you have to distill the roses, and you use the rose water, the tea of the rose, and basically it's just an infusion. So my music, it's like an infusion or distillation of my soul into the music, and just all the sounds. I'm using a little bit of, I have a bolero tune mixed in with a little bit of...
Wait. That was way too pretty to just go over that quickly. Your soul infused in the music.
Yes.
I love that. Was gorgeous.
Thank you.
You were quite well. So now this is your solo project.
This is my solo project.
And there are two other women in the room with you, is that correct?
Yes, we are all three of us, Ruby Castellanos and Fadia Mosri. We are going to be releasing our albums on the same day, September 28th, at the Ebell Auditorium in Santa Ana. It starts at 9 o'clock. Tickets are $20.
What is it that starts at 9 o'clock? What's going to be happening that evening?
The whole show, the presentation, will begin at 9 o'clock. People don't want to miss out because we're really putting on a full show. We're trying to make this something very special. I'm going to have 10 musical guests, and as well as 10 musical guests. You know how hard it is to get 10 musicians.
I know how hard it is to get 3 musicians in a room.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
Someone, please.
I
need some.
Okay, I'm going to have 10. It's really hard. So this is going to be a very special night. I have friends that are going to be helping me out. I have 3 dancers as well. They're going to be dancing for a song as well. And as Fadia Mosri is putting on a very good show as well as Ruby Castellanos. So it's going to be a very special night. It's going to be unique because who knows when we're going to be able to get all these musicians in one night.
So it's going to be a night of all kinds of different song and dance and just a celebration of the essences of your souls. Is that a good way to put it?
That's a good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, Fadia,
Yes.
I am going to harass you right after I take this phone call. This is a call-in talk show, and we have people call in to talk about all kinds of things. Let's find out who we have going on. We have Sean first on line 2. Sean, welcome to Inner Journey. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am excellent. So how can we help you this evening?
Well, I was curious. You mentioned having ceremonies with Peruvian shamans, and I was curious if you had ever incorporated ayahuasca into any of those ceremonies.
So that's an interesting question. Why do you ask that?
Well, a friend of mine had brought it up a while ago, and he played a podcast from a Joe Rogan show. I don't know if you've heard of him, and he's kind of an advocate of using different like psychedelic herbs or mushrooms and so forth. And he said this was one of the most ultimate trips where you really see something that kind of removes you from where you currently are into a new space.
Okay, being removed from where you currently are isn't necessarily the best thing in the world. It isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. Any time that you use a medicine plant or a teacher plant, it's vital to have a very clear-cut intention. It's also of huge import to have a guide, somebody that is experienced that can guide you as you're going through and help you get from point A to point B. You mentioned ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is known as the mother of all teacher plants. And just like the very, very strong maternal energy, sometimes it could slap you upside the head, and sometimes it's going to be very calm and nurturing and hold you. The teacher plant isn't the vital aspect. Almost any elder that you speak to doesn't use teacher plants at all, and maybe never did, because all that teacher plant is a catalyst to help you get to yourself. So what you really need is a guide and an intention. Everything else will fall into place as it is appropriate, when it is appropriate.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
That sounded really like you. That was an ungratified yeah. So ask me more. Go ahead.
No, that's a satisfied yeah. I was just kind of curious. So I'm guessing that it's something that you haven't used yourself in any kind of ceremony.
Okay. So what relevance does that have to you?
No, it's curiosity.
Yeah. It's the important aspect isn't what I've done, it's what's appropriate for you. And that's one of my favorite words, appropriate, apropos, or fitting. It's not about it being right. It's not about it being wrong. It's what is fitting for you in this moment, in this application. And it's really, you're the one who's curious about this. So it's not what Joe Blow does or what your peers do that's important. It's about you being drawn to this and being very clear if you're being drawn to this to escape, sort of you as you intimated earlier, or in order to get closer to yourself.
Right. And I was kind of curious because I was wondering what the experience, or someone who had gone through the experience would have had, actually have experienced.
What it's like?
Yeah.
There is no one it's like this. It is for the same person, it's a million different experiences. For a million different people on any given day, they could be having the same or different experiences. It's about, again, it goes back to appropriate. What do you need from the mother right now? And the mother is going to act as a catalyst. The mother being ayahuasca is going to act as a catalyst to open you up to those things that you need in the moment. Not what you want, but what you need.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know that you had finished.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling into Inner Journey. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, Fadia.
Yes.
I promised I was going to harass you next.
I'm ready.
You're ready, are you? Okay. Same question to you. So what is it, where can you earliest recognize your soul being plucked in the same way that you pluck a guitar string?
More simple to say that I like music. When did I realize that I like music?
It's more than like. When were you called? Because
Okay,
I really
see.
look at this more as a calling.
I see.
Especially the way I've heard all three of you sing recorded, and I've heard all three of you sing live. And this doesn't come because, oh, I like this.
Yeah, of
This
course.
comes because this is who you are, and it's just an expression of who you are.
Well, I have to say, since I was like a little girl, if I have to mention or be specific, probably when I was 5, I began to feel that I really like singing. And it's difficult to describe what drives you. What is it that you feel inside? I just knew that I like singing, and it was like, it was familiar for me to feel good every time I was sing. And I think since a younger age, since I was 5, it all started for me.
Mm-hmm. And so what happened at 5? What can you remember?
Well, I remember like singing at family gatherings. I have the typical uncle that we all have that always tells you, "Hey, come on, sing for us. I'll give you like $1 or a peso." At that time, I had that uncle. He used to harass me a lot in that sense. Like every time there would be a gathering in my house, he'll say, "Oh, my little niece, she sings very good," and here she'll sing a song, cappella type. So yeah, I started doing that, and after that, I always look for ways of being part of anything at school, anything with friends. But it really happened for me when I came to the States, to the U.S. Really, that I began to be more into it and into taking classes and learning about the guitar and singing and writing a little bit more. And it all started from there until I met this group of people, musicians, singer-songwriters, Ruby one of them, in 2006, and we began to sing together in this project.
I love the name of this group. What was this group called?
Taller Sur.
Which means translated?
What does it mean?
Like workshop south,
Yeah.
or south workshop.
Yeah, it was actually it was meant to be
that good.
north, right? But it was already taken, so Ruby decided to go south.
Wait.
She always
Because
does.
we're all kind of from a
From
southern
south,
part.
yeah, that's right.
Thinking southern, if you think Mexico or South America, or even Southern California, so that's why we opted for that.
Yeah, so I became part of that group, and we did a lot of important things. We recorded a CD, and the good thing about this band is that we all had different styles, And Ruby would be more like a folk type of singer. Mm-hmm. We had another musician from Ecuador, and he had his own style too. And Raul, who was more like a rock kind of type, a guy. and me more like a Latin pop.
But there's something else. There's a different flavor. You have a background that's not solely Latina.
That's right. Yeah, my father was Lebanese. He was born in Saliva, Lebanon, and my mother, her father was Lebanese too, but she was born in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, at a younger age, I was really exposed to different type of rhythms and music. Arabic music being one of them. My uncles, my uncles were great. I think they did great on showing me a lot of different type of music. So they'll bring to the house music from Latin America, from Italy. So I got good influences from them, from my parents and my uncles. So I try to put that a little bit into my CD, incorporate those.
So Fadia, may I put you on the spot?
Go
May
ahead.
we hear some of your...
Sure. So I'm going to sing for you a love song. It's called Íntimo y sin medida. How will you translate that?
Intimate and without measures or limits.
Without limits,
Without
yeah.
limits.
Yeah, it's a love song. And I wrote this song. I was very, very much in love when I wrote this song. So it says a lot of nice things.
It's all good.
Sed de tu abrazo, sed de sentirte y de escucharte decir que soy tu vida. Miedo a perderte, a no tenerte, a que transcurran días de agonía. Yo estoy muy clara, quiero hasta tu sombra, caricias largas, perderme en tu boca. Quiero tu afecto, perderme en tu risa, ser parte de tu vida. Seguirte en silencio, hallarte en las noches, íntimo y sin medida. Amor, amor, ser parte de tu vida. Amor, amor, ser parte de tu vida. Es tu quietud, mi provocación. Tu boca es fiesta cuando habla de amor. Plantarte besos, saberte dispuesto, me hace perder el piso y la razón. Haciendo cuentas, mi alma es más tuya que mía. No tengo prisa, te espero una vida. Quiero tu afecto, perderme en tu risa, ser parte de tu vida. Seguirte en silencio, hallarte en las noches, íntimo y sin medida. Amor, amor, ser parte de tu vida. Amor, amor, ser parte de tu vida. Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
Thank
That
you.
was absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
And you guys missed out because, and you have to go down to the Bell and watch because she sounds unbelievable, but when she's singing, you should see her soul shining, baby. It rocks. It's very, very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, my dear Ruby,
Yes.
last time you were on the show, you told a little bit about your story. Now, not everybody was listening, obviously, so if you would be so kind, talk about the music and your soul and when they intersected.
Well, I think it's like this little microchip that we already have ingrained because I can't even think back, when it was, but it just happens that you meet people that are in that have the same issue. The same issue of loving to make music or try to make music, and it's beautiful to see each other evolve, and that's been my case throughout the years. If it's been in Mexico, when I lived in Mexico as a young girl, or when I came back to the States, life kept putting wonderful people around me that had the same hunger for music, and that have been able to, or that express themselves through that art. And that's been the case with Fadia, that's been the case with Cat too, that we've met along the way, and we've worked really well together, and it's just like we're accomplices to this wonderful crime of making music and inviting people that are as crazy as we are to do this.
We're definitely crazy.
Yeah, we're a little crazy.
We keep asking ourselves.
Found the one thing the three of you agree on, that you're all crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I have been honored to see you and hear you sing on a number of different occasions. And you are stunning in everyday life, but there is something that happens when you sing. And you get transformed. You get sent almost to with a different dimension that is present and yet accessing so much more. There's actually, Plato actually said that music gives a soul to the universe, and wings to the mind, and flight to the imagination, and life to everything. And when you sing, I see all of that. You make it so evident. And it's not because you're trying to do it. It's just who you are. It's just the expression of yourself, and it's absolutely beautiful.
I'm blushing.
That was very nice, actually.
Once in a while, I could be nice. So, would you be so kind as to maybe bless us with a song?
Okay. All right.
All right?
That sounds good. This song is titled Venir aquí, which means come here.
I love that song, actually. It's a very...
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, very sensual song. Beautiful song. I mean, the lyrics are amazing.
We won't explain what it's about.
I won't explain further, but they're amazing.
No, come on.
Fadia's like, this is a song about when I was in love. I can't say that stuff.
Okay, so Fadia, what's their song about? Because she's too shy to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, I said I was very much in love when I wrote my song, that one that I just sang. But Ruby has this song, which is beautiful. But I think it's about love, but it's a little bit more wild.
More wild.
Yeah.
So are we talking about
intense.
love, or are we talking about something else?
It could have been love, I guess. It could have been love if we would have been patient. It doesn't even have to be something that happened. It's really something that could happen.
Uh-huh. You guys can't see the grin on her face going, oh, it happened. Oh, it absolutely happened. All right, sing for us, girl.
En el cuarto oscuro donde guardo mis ganas, te hallé una mañana, provocándome. Deseos experimentados parados, envueltos en papel de seda, pensando que será tu piel el refugio de mi cuerpo. Nos permitió un momento aplacar este tormento y permanecer en ti. En ti. Una ráfaga de pasión
desperto de este sueño, quiero más volar. Tu beso pendiente, mi miel ardiente, venir, venir, venir aquí. Tu beso pendiente, mi miel ardiente, venir, 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 venir aquí. Tu beso pendiente, mi miel ardiente, venir aquí, venir aquí. Tu beso pendiente, mi miel ardiente, venir,
Now, those of you who thought I was exaggerating when I said it sounded like honey and butter, know that I wasn't even close to how gorgeous it sounds. It's when Ruby sings, there's just something that happens that's absolutely transcendental, and it's gorgeous. And thank you for that.
Thank you.
And in addition, you may be wondering, all right, so here we are in the middle of Laguna Beach. Why is Greg having these three women who are singing in Spanish on? Because sometimes if our brain can process something, it just gets in the way. And when these women sing, they don't sing to my brain, they sing to my soul. And to me, that is dramatically more important, dramatically more moving, and so much more why I'm here on this planet. So thank you, and thank you. And there's somebody who hasn't sung yet. Who could it possibly be?
That's not fair.
Uh-huh. Out of the three of you, so we've had Fadia sing,
Yeah.
and we've had Ruby sing,
See.
and Kat's just been hanging out grinning in the background. And when I say that she grins, you should see the big old smile on this girl's face. And you're about to hear her sing. What you do not realize is she's about 4 foot nothing. She's this,
Oh my God.
she's this tiny, tiny little thing with this huge voice. And
Deep, beautiful voice.
absolutely a deep, beautiful voice. So, Kat, what are you going to sing for us this evening? And is it about love or lust? Because we've already had those covered.
Is it about love or lust? I think it's about love.
It's about
It's
love?
about love.
Wait, Ruby said something. What's it about, Ruby?
I love this song. It's one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites too, actually.
All throughout
They're
our
singing
most-
favorite songs.
Yeah. I think
Okay, so Everybody knows what this song is about. Why don't you tell us what this song is about?
Why did I say what this song is about? Okay.
Please.
This song is about. I'm singing about a special someone, and it's just, you know.
No, I don't.
We don't know. We want to know, Cat. We want to know.
Give us the dish, baby.
It's just a song. When you meet that someone, you know.
When you.
when I met somebody, and then things happen, and then
I love it. No, what does that mean?
What kind of things, Nancy? What kind of things?
A little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody in the room wants you to kick, so
Yeah.
kick. Come on.
Passionate things happen.
Passionate things.
Love happens,
Uh-huh.
and then unfortunately, it goes away. So
Where's
it's
it
a
go?
song. It goes.
It just goes.
It goes into a song.
It goes into a song.
And then it's beautiful. Forever.
Okay, and the name of the song is?
The name of the song is Sueños, which is dreams.
Nice.
Here we go. Déjame soñar, no quiero pensar más. Déjame sonreír con profunda sinceridad. Sueño celestial, retumba en el ardor. El colibrí me está cantando mensajes que hay que descifrar. Quiero soñar, quiero vivir otra vez, quiero volar en el mar de tu ser. Déjame sentir la frescura de la noche. Déjame renacer en la sirenidad del viento. Rosa silvestre, silueta de mi rostro. Déjame dormir en el calor de tu luz. Quiero vivir, quiero volar otra vez, quiero morir en el mar de tu ser. Quiero vivir, quiero volar otra vez, quiero morir en el mar de tu ser. El aroma de tu piel acaricia mi todo ser, acaricia mi todo ser. Quiero volar, no quiero estar, no quiero estar atada a ti. Quiero volar.
Wow. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Kat, is this woman that has a grin on her face most of the time. And just now when she was singing, there was no grin on her face. She was definitely back there with that guy, and she was moving and grooving and feeling every little bit of it. And that's what I love about all three of you. There's nothing that you ever phone in. There's nothing that you ever go, oh, I'm just going to play this song. You either live the song or you don't play it. There's no in between. And you do it gorgeously. So thank you very much for that. I have been hogging you guys all to myself, and I've been ignoring people that have been calling in. So I'm going to take a break from you guys for a couple of minutes, check in with some of the callers. They've been waiting for over a half hour. Hopefully people are still there. We're going to try Marco first. Marco, are you still with us? Welcome.
Yes, sir. Mr. Greg.
Hey, welcome to Inner Journey. Thank you very much for calling.
Yes, sir. Sending hello from San Antonio, Texas.
That's very cool. So you're listening in on the computer.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. So what can we help you with?
Well, no, not necessarily any help. I've listened in on a couple of shows, and I wanted to say whatever I have gathered from those shows, I appreciate, and I wanted to send a special thanks to you, Mr. Greg Friedman, and congratulations on your show that is enlightening and enriching through individual questions and answers to any topic.
Wow.
And as listeners, we all have different visions and interpretations in different subjects that surround or impact our lives. And thank you for paying your listeners with your abstract vision and life experience. So I wanted to say that. And I can see you all are having a party down there.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
It sounds
Come on
wonderful.
down. It's not much of a commute.
You know, I was just there about a month ago in Dana Point, Laguna Beach, Laguna Niguel, and I was visiting my sister in Oceanside, so I hope that I can make it out there soon. I love California. I've been in San Antonio for 3 years, but California is my home. Hopefully someday I will be able to go, but I followed my job to San Antonio, so I'm here.
Well, I wish you luck with that.
Thank you. And to your wonderful guest, I wanted to say congratulations for following your dreams and aspirations. And at the same time, say thank you. I wanted to appreciate and say thank you because I was listening to the songs, and I was filled with joy. And I wanted to say thank you for sharing your art.
Awesome.
I know some
very
of our,
nice. Thank you.
That was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Some of your listeners may or may not speak Spanish, and your lyrics are in Spanish. And I myself am a songwriter, and I write primarily in Spanish. I have one song in English that I've written, believe it or not, in country, but looking for that. And I can relate to you. And so I wanted to ask, and I think Mr. Greg touched on this, but as a listener, I wanted to ask Ruby, Nancy, and Fadia. I guess it's the same question, if you could just answer it quickly.
Okay, so what did you want to ask them?
Basically, I just wanted to ask how long they have been singing at the level where it actually required the dedication that had led to these results. Because those beautiful voices and harmonies and melodies that I'm listening to, and that can be a path.
They're all dying to respond to you. So I'm going to start from left to right again, but they switch places on you. So now we're going to start with Fadia.
Hi, thank you so much for listening. And I think I started professionally, like singing to the public and taking this seriously on 2006. But prior to that, of course, I was taking classes, going to college, and trying to polish, I guess, my vocals and learn a lot about writing music and compositions and harmonies, right? That's basically. But I can say that 2006 I started really focusing on being out there to the public.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And
Thank you.
I said I was going to go left to right, but I'm going to jump over you. Ruby?
Since when?
Since when? Since I was. If I say my age, then you guys would know. Hold on.
Years,
About, I think 15 years that I've taken it a lot
yeah,
more
that's
seriously.
awesome. And is this Ruby?
Yes.
Ruby, I listened to one of your songs. I believe it was Nina.
Oh,
I love that song.
And
Very nice song.
I wanted to congratulate you. And it was a moving song, because what I got from that song, and it is in Spanish, but if I can translate a little bit, I may be off, but it's seeking a getaway.
yeah.
Smile, colors will radiate, dance.
I'm telling you, they want to just bottle you up and package you away and just take you with you and be their fan everywhere.
Awesome. That's me. I'll be there.
All right. So, Kat, answer the same question. If
The
you
same
would.
question. Seriously, well, when I started playing music, I was already taking it seriously. I would rehearse, and I would make my sisters in the band that I was in, we'd be rehearsing for hours and several days of the week. It just nonstop rehearsing, going over the same song over and over and over. But as far as taking it seriously more onto theory, I think that was maybe a couple years ago. But when I first started, I was already just taking it seriously, just making sure I was practicing over and over. And just I would not really go out as much. You have to sacrifice a lot, really, to make this work.
That's what I was leading to. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a dedication, and I want to say thank you for answering my question. And I guess my final thought is I wanted to encourage you to always stay positive
Thank
and
you.
continue to look at ways and methods to innovate your art, and ultimately wish you happiness and success.
Well,
Oh,
we got to
Whether
tell
it
thank
may
you
be-
so much.
Thank you so
you
much.
have
Mark.
every face grinning in here, and we are all incredibly grateful. Not only did you take the time and the energy to really be so sweet and generous with us, but you waited on hold forever to do that. That's really cool.
Oh.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for calling in Inner Journey, Marco. Please keep listening. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to take one more caller, and then we're going to do some more singing, maybe, if I'm very, very fortunate. Hi, we have Daniel on line 2.
Hi, Greg. I'll be really quick here. I know you guys are singing. I just want to say thank you to your guests. They're actually just amazing musicians with beautiful voices, and I look forward to hearing the next song. But this question is kind of geared to everyone in the room. First off, deja vu, any way you can sort of elaborate on it? I know it's a crazy phenomenon, but I find myself struggling when it happens. And what I mean when I say that is that I can't seem to figure out why it's happening, how it's happening, and how I'm supposed to take it. And then if you want to share your experiences with it, if anyone else in the room would like to, I'd love to hear.
Well, I'm going to do something that's sort of odd. I'm going to have Fadia answer you about deja vu.
Deja vu. Oh my God, that's tough. The meaning of deja vu, or if I had experienced that before.
Yes,
Is that the
both,
question?
Either.
Honestly, I experience deja vu often. And deja vu, the way I understand it is that you get this at one point through the day. You get this feeling that whatever's going on at that moment, you already went through that, or you lived that experience already. And that's for me what it means, deja vu. And going into more deeper explanation, but spirituality, I think it relates to, somehow, you lived that experience at one point in your life, in this life or in a previous life. It's what they say. So it's what I understand about deja vu. I don't know if that's true. What I know is that I do experience that a lot, actually. I find myself experiencing deja vu often throughout the weeks and the months, and sometimes it's even more obvious than other times.
Thank you. That was very cool. Going to have you on to answer all these people. That way I could just kick back and watch. So Anybody else want to jump in and add anything for themselves? Ladies?
I don't know. I've always thought it's because it happens so much to us that it's an opportunity for us to question, am I reliving this? And what can I do different so that way it's something better? You know, if you were to be playing over and over in different lives or whatnot, but that if we're getting an opportunity to live this again, how can I make this time around really count as something special or different?
That's true.
Or positive in that sense.
Well, actually, it's not only about that you lived that experience previously. Maybe it's something that you had a dream about, and maybe it's happening previously, months ago, years ago, and it was meant to happen, and you just reached that point where it was meant to happen. You were meant to feel, that it already had happened. I don't know. It's weird,
Cat,
but I think
anything? She said,
Well, I mean, yeah, I can't really remember if I've experienced deja vu. I'm sure I have, but I just can't remember. But I just can't remember right now.
You're a young soul.
okay. So let me give you a little bit of my understanding.
Okay.
Most people think of time in a very linear fashion. In sort of like if you were to take your shoestring and lay it out, most people think of time moving along that way. Well, it's my understanding that that's actually not accurate. Instead, if you took that same shoestring and clumped it all together, that's how time is. It's not that it's just going from point A to B to C. It's that there's all kinds of exponential, sort of like a stone going into a lake, and that ripple goes out and it affects in all different directions. That's what time is like. And so deja vu is simply crossing over into a thin veil. And often it's just a way for us to wake up, recognize, and it's a way that we're guiding ourselves. We're giving ourselves the gift of recognition, of awakeness or aliveness through that.
Interesting. If I could ask that really quick, I don't know if this is relative, but is there such thing as, through these signals and reminders, is there such thing as good deja vu and bad deja vu?
Well, I don't believe in good or bad, so
Okay.
it's I go along the lines of light and shadow. It's not good, bad, right and wrong. It's light and shadow, and all shadow is that same energy that we haven't really figured out how to employ to our benefit. So, if going into the shadow, and you have this deja vu, well, then what do I need to wake up to? What do I need to recognize? Because if I'm living according to what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks on the show, in my Dharma stream, then it's all divine, and it's all in the appropriate energy, and it's amazing, and we're in the flow.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Greg.
You are quite welcome. Really, really appreciate you calling in. And thank you again for being a fan of Inner Journey. Have a lovely evening.
You as well. Thank you. Bye.
Very graceful, Fadia. Okay, so I'm going to have Cat and Fadia switch places, if you would. Now, there was something that I threatened to do throughout the show, but I completely forgot about it because I became immediately enthralled with all of these ladies. Ruby, the show is when? Tres Voces is when?
Is Saturday, September 28th at 9 p.m. in Santa Ana, the Ebel Society or Ebel Club. It's on French and Civic Center. But you could always check out our individual websites, or if you do Facebook, you could look up Fadia Morsi or Nancy Cat Mendez or myself, Ruby Castellanos, and you can find the event on Facebook as well.
Now, the thing I've been threatening to do, they have been, all three ladies, so gracious as to offer up a pair of tickets. Yes. And I got to tell you, I'm going to this event, and it is you can't miss this, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. And what you guys are getting is absolutely wonderful, because it is an oral experience, but it's so much a visual experience. And you could feel the energy radiate off of these three ladies. And then imagine them with a whole troupe of as many people up on stage as there are in the audience up there, and they're all singing from their soul. It is, you have to go see the show. You really do. And you have to listen to their music. They're, at the end, in a second, I'm going to ask them where they can be found. And this time I'm going to start with you, Kat. So if somebody wants to get a hold of, first, the show.
Okay.
And second, you personally, your music personally, how would they go about doing that?
Okay, for the show, you can buy tickets online. You can go to www.flavorous.com/
Wait. Flavorous?
Flavorous.
Spell it, please.
Okay, it's spelled FLAVORUS.
Okay.
.com / Tres Voces, and that is spelled TRESVOCES.
Wow.
Perfect. And you? How would we get a hold of you?
You can go to my Facebook page. That's facebook.com / catmusiclife, or you can go to my website, which is catmendezmusic.com.
Baby, you got to do that slower, because
Okay.
they all want to know.
Okay, my Facebook is facebook.com / catmusiclife.
Perfect.
I'm even doing the
She's got her own personal metronome
I'm
going
directing
now.
myself as also. Or you can go to my website, which is www.catmendezmusic.com.
Perfect.
And myself, same thing. My official website is www.fadiamosri.com. And Facebook, I'm there.
Wait. Guess what I'm going to ask you to spell?
Spell that. Fadia Mosri. Okay, it'll be FADIA. Fadia Mosri. MOSRI. I also have a YouTube channel. I have recently released a video there. You guys can watch it, and you guys can leave the comments there. Facebook page, same thing, my name, Fadia Mosri, and Twitter. I also have a Twitter account. I don't use it much, but I'll try. I try.
I'm the worst.
I'm
with
more
it.
on Facebook more than anything.
Miss Ruby.
Oh, I gotta spell a long one. So it's RubyCastellanosmusic.com. So that's RubyCastellanos.
She forgot how to spell her name for a second.
Music. MUSIC.com. So Ruby Castellanos Music. You could also check my YouTube channel. I've got one video, Nina.
And you've got to see
official
this video.
Yeah.
And we're in the works of editing a video that we filmed recently. So that's hopefully in October we'll have it ready. So subscribe so that you're informed when that comes up.
And I'm going to post all of this on my Inner Journey Facebook page.
Thank you so much.
And also at gregfriedman.com. And one last thing. What's on your shirt, Kat?
What's on my shirt?
What's that say?
It says wild. 'Cause
Are
we
you-
She's wild.
Are you
pretty
bragging? Are you advertising? What are you doing by saying that?
I'm not bragging or advertising. This is just what I decided to wear.
Fashion statement.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Emoto says that if you put happy on a bottle of water, the molecules become that. If you put angry, they become that. So if you're wearing wild,
Yeah.
I'm wearing wild with red pants.
She's a little bit wild.
Did we decide to come in the same color?
We're a little wild today.
These two ladies are amazing. They're wild for sure. They
and
are.
well, wait. Those two ladies
Those
are,
two
and
ladies,
not
yeah.
you.
No, I'm more
The-
like
the three of- no.
Yeah, you're a
passive.
We're
nun.
pretty
Yeah,
wild.
I'm
She only got us here in 5 minutes.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Okay.
And this song is called?
Besos, kisses.
Yes.
Yeah.
actually called Derroche.
Derroche. Oh my God,
Oh,
that's
she's
true.
thinking about
actually.
kisses.
I'm thinking about kisses already. And coming to this show makes you think about all happiness and life and everything beautiful and kisses and feeling good.
Wild kisses.
Uh-huh.
Derroche. How do you translate derroche? Actually,
Derroche is like I don't know. It's like give it all.
Give
It's
it all.
like-
Yeah, giving a lot of kisses.
You do have a one-track mind. You gotta love that. At least with the one track you're on.
Yeah.
Okay. And this will be, instead of doing my normal sign out, after this, we're just going to go off air. So thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for listening. This has been Inner Journey with Greg Friedman. And ladies, wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you
guys.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Tres Voces with Tres.
El reloj de cuerda suspendido, el teléfono desconectado, en una mesa 2 copas de vino, y a la noche se le fue la mano.
Una luz rosada imaginamos, comenzamos por probar el vino, parecíamos 2 irracionales y a la noche se nos fue la mano. Si supieras contar todo lo que sentí, no quedó un lugar que no anduviera en mí. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Que no acabe esta noche y la luna de abril, para entrar en el cielo no es preciso morir. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Parecíamos 2 irracionales que se iban a morir mañana. Derrochamos, no importaba nada, las reservas de los manantiales. Parecíamos 2 irracionales que se iban a morir mañana. Si supieras contar todo lo que sentí, no quedó un lugar que no anduviera en mí. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Que no acabe esta noche ni la luna de abril, para entrar en el cielo no es preciso morir. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Besos, ternura, qué derroche de amor, cuánta locura. Besos, ternura, besos, ternura, y la noche es testigo de esta inmensa locura. Besos, ternura, nuestra ruta de amor se convierte en ternura. Besos, ternura, besos.
KXRNLP Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach, Laguna's only FM, KX 93.5.